Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, I believe, January the 9th, and it is time for Moneymaker Mornings with Paulette. I've got some great information I'm going to be sharing on this morning, and I'm going to give it some time for some of you guys to come on in this morning so I can share what I have for you this morning for my resale and consignment store owners. I ran across a very interesting article on yesterday, and I think that it's going to be it's going to do your heart good. It's going to do your good morning, Sandy. How are you? It's going to do your heart good, and it's going to do your business good. It is going to require you to dig a little deep into your business. So what I'm going to share with you this morning, I hope that you have the instruments in place so that you can apply this information that I'm going to give you. But like I said, I found this article on yesterday in my research and in my study. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You have no sound. Can anybody else hear me? Can you hear me, Kelly? Sandy says she has no sound. Kelly, can you let me know if you can hear me? Sandy, you may want to check your phone as well. Anyway, I'll look out for the notes to see what you say. But Victoria says she can hear me. I'm on 2 channels this morning, so somebody on my second channel said that they didn't have sound. Please check your phone. But my name is Paulette Baker, and I am owner of Name Brand Consignments, and I run a consulting business, Paulette Baker Consulting Services, and we cater to resale and consignment shop owners. We help you to be more successful and more profitable, and I decided to do these Moneymaker Mornings. They're 15-minute increments where I come on and I share tips and strategies and things with you to help you with your resale business, to help you with your consignment store. I am a seasoned resale and consignment store owner. I've been in the consignment business for 23 years. I said 22 years on my previous broadcast, but I'm coming up on 23 years. And I'm telling you, I love resale. I have a passion for resale, and I love sharing things to help you guys be more successful, to be more profitable, and to be more healthier and happier doing it, because you can get burnout or whatever. But that's not what I'm going to talk about this morning. Like I said, I found an article, and let me say good morning to you guys again. Kelly says she can barely hear me. Let's see. It may be the way I have my phone positioned. Hang on for me just a second, because I have it on a little pad. Is that better? Can you hear? Can you hear me now? It might be because I have my phone sitting on a pad. I just readjusted it. Is that better? Because I want you guys to be able to hear me. Because I'm telling you, I've got this great information, this great article that I want to share with you this morning. And then I'm going to pull my phone in a little closer to me, and then I'll talk a little louder. Okay, awesome. But we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about this morning. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. What we're going to talk about this morning is inventory forecast. Oh, this is going to be so good. Inventory forecast. A lot of us that have retail and consignment stores, we get a lot of inventory. We get high volumes, a lot of inventory. And sometimes at the end of the season or the end of the year, we find that we have a lot of extra stuff left over, or a lot of things that didn't sell, or sometimes during the course of our business, during the course of the year, different months and different times of the year, we find that certain things in our store is not selling, or whatever. But we're going to talk about inventory forecast this morning, and I'm going to have to do this in a 2-part series or two-part. I'm going to share with you this morning, and I'm going to share with you again on tomorrow, because I'm not going to be able to get it all out to you this morning. But like I said, I found it very interesting and helpful for myself, even as an eBayer. But this article that I want to share with you this morning, it talks about how to forecast inventory demand for your, it says retail store, but we can still use some of the strategies and details here that it gives us. But how to forecast inventory demand for your retail store. And I found that this was very interesting, and I hope that you resellers, and consignment store owners, I hope that you have automated systems in place in your store. I hope that you are not still working your consignment business or your resale business manually. If you are, I understand you have to start somewhere, but an automated system pays for itself normally within 6 months, if not sooner. So an automated system is great on many notes, but on this particular thing, on inventory demand or forecasting inventory demand, your automated system is going to be a great tool for you to find out what is going on and how you can forecast your inventory for the next coming season. We've got spring that's coming, but let me just share some of this article with you. Just for some information. It says, do you know that Amazon earns more than 1/5 of its North America retail value because local stores cannot forecast accurately? Customers try to purchase the product at a store in these scenarios, but the stores are out of stock, and so shoppers look to Amazon. Okay, clearly forecasting is essential, but we should note that it's more than just predicting demand for your products. In this article, it talks about different ways, and I don't want to lose you guys. This is like analytical stuff. I don't want to lose you guys, but it's so very, very important, and I think it's going to help you. So just bear with me as I read. But it says demand forecasting also helps businesses effectively manage cash flow, and maintain lean operations. So if you're carrying extra stock or you don't have enough to meet the demand, you're losing money. It says neglecting to forecast can be detrimental to your business. Now, let me just break this down just a little bit. If you have an automated system in your store, like Consign Pro or Simple Consign or Liberty, there are different automated systems that we use, that you use in your consignment business. Most of these systems have these analytical breakdowns where you can go in the previous year for the previous year's sales and make a forecast, do a forecast on, what has sold, like the percentages. Have you sold more pants than skirts, or have you not sold? You've only sold maybe 8% of pants, and you sold maybe 50% of your skirts. So that's one of the pluses for the automated system. But that's what this inventory, forecast inventory demand is about. It's about looking at your numbers. It's about pulling those numbers from the previous year. Now, and it's more to it than that. I'm going to break it down for you, but just to give it to you as a whole, it's about pulling those numbers from your previous year, so that you can make a determination. You and your staff can make a determination, or your store manager, you can make a determination what has sold for you the previous year, and that will be able to help you drive and know what to accept in your consignment terms or your resale terms. So what is demand forecasting? Let me just read this to you, what it is. In retail, demand forecasting is the practice of predicting which and how many products customers will buy over a specific period of time. Now, listen, guys, I know even for myself, when I had my resale store, And I've had a resale store for 20 something years. You know, you want to go in and you want to get to work. You want to process, you want to do your displays. You want to contact your customers. You know, you want people to come in and buy, and, you know, you want to do all of the fun stuff. But listen, guys, we've got to pay attention to the numbers. The numbers tell us a story. The numbers can make a difference. Your numbers, and paying attention to your numbers, can make a difference as to whether you stay in business or not, as to whether you can increase your sales, you know, making more profit. So this is something that's very, very critical that we have to look at. Okay. So forecasting demand is the practice of predicting which and how many products customers will buy will buy over a specific period of time. Demand forecasting is typically done using historical data, and that data is what you're going to get from your automated systems, using historical data as well as external insights. External insights are things like the weather, things that you may have in your community. Maybe you live in a community where there's a lot of churches, and, you know, people are looking for white dresses or white pantsuits or white outfits all the time. So demand forecasting helps us. It's a practice of predicting how many products or how many products the customers will buy over a period of time. So we're coming into the spring, we're coming into the summer, and, you know, you want to be on your A game. You want to be able to forecast, if you will, you know, what you're going to need to have on your sales floor. You want to be able to forecast and ask your consigners, or even if you're sourcing, if you're buying wholesale, you know, what you need to have on your sales floor based on your past history or your past analytics of what your numbers are saying on your automated system. I know this is like the yuck work, but I'm telling you, if you pay attention to this, if you do your homework, it will more than likely help you with an increase, because, you know, we can do now, because of all of the information that are you know, at our fingertips, that are available to us, you know, we can do more with less. You know, the days are long over where, as far as consignment and resale, we just take all and everything, you know, because we want to meet the need of everybody. If you pay attention to your numbers, if you pay attention to your analytics, if you pay attention to your KPIs, you know, you can help your business to forecast your inventory for the upcoming seasons. Okay. So what I want to talk about a little bit about is, and you know what, guys, if you would share, like this this post, if you're out there, give me a like, give me some love, let me know you're there. I know I'm talking. If you've got questions, please ask questions and share this video. So we're talking about how to forecast inventory demand for your resale store. Okay, so this is going to help us narrow down, if we have the right tools in place in our businesses already, this is going to help us to narrow down what's selling and what's not selling, or what's taking up space and what's actually moving off of our racks and shelves in our resale store. It's going to take some back work, some back office work, but I'm telling you, it pays off in the front. So forecasting helps retailers understand when they need to order new merchandise. In our case, you know, ask consigners for new merchandise, and how much they'll need to get. You know, if you look back at your KPIs, if you look back at your reports and such in your automated systems, and you sold like over 70% of, let's say, a particular kind of jewelry, or a particular kind of pan, or a particular color, or whatever, you know that for this upcoming season, you have an idea that you want to ask your consigners, or if you're sourcing wholesale or sourcing on your own, those are the type of things that you want to ask for and that you want to look for. Okay. So it's saying that, small retailers, we can use basic spreadsheets. And this gives a lot of detail for the big corporate stores. But because most of us that own resale and consignment stores, we're smaller. So it's not as complicated as it could be if we had several large corporate stores. But because we are small businesses, we're able to, gather. It's not such a complicated matter to gather this information. Now, again, if you don't have an automated system, I highly, 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 highly recommend that you use. And the automated system is going to help you in many, many areas. Not only this as far as forecasting inventory, but your automated systems are going to help you in many, many areas. And if many of you are like me, there are a lot of components or things that our automated systems can do that will help our businesses that we really don't even use because we don't have the time, or we feel like it's too hard, or we don't want to be bothered. But if you want to grow your resale business, if you want to be more successful, if you want to increase those numbers, you got to know what your numbers are doing. You got to know what products are selling. You got to know what products are not selling. And it's hard to tell by just gauging it with what you're seeing every day. Numbers don't lie. Okay. Numbers going to tell us something. So I'm going to give you a couple things. And what time is it? I'm already past my 15 minutes, but I'm going to at least give you one of there's several things they give us here as far as helping us to forecast inventory for our businesses. So let's see here. It talks about forecasting methods and techniques. That's what I want to share with you. And again, I've already run out of time, so I'm just going to share a little bit right here, and then I'm going to pick it back up again tomorrow. And it's probably going to roll over into Friday as well. But there are 4 types of forecasting method and techniques. So in addition to the looking at your automated systems and pulling reports, there are 3 other methods or 3 other techniques that you can use in your business to determine what things that you're going to need to have, or what inventory that you're going to need to have on your sales floor. So I'm going to do the first one here. Qualitative forecasting. I'm going to talk about that one really quick, and then I'm going to get off because I know I'm past my 15 minutes. But like I said, I thought this was such a good article, good information, because I know that this is the area that a lot of resale stores and consignment stores we struggle with, because again, we get so much. Okay, so 4 types of method and techniques for forecasting. This one is that I'm going to talk to you about really quick, and then I'm going to get off, is qualitative forecasting. And qualitative demand forecasting is, it says qualitative forecasting is the estimation methodology that uses expert judgment rather than the numerical analysis. Okay, so this is something that we can add to our information that we pull down off of our reports for the previous year. So qualitative forecasting is an estimation methodology that uses expert judgment. It says rather than, but I'm going to say in addition to the numerical analysis. This type of forecasting relies upon the knowledge of highly experienced employees and consultants to provide insights into future outcomes. So, when you have your staff meeting or whatever, and you get together to talk about the things that you want to streamline or what's happening on your sales floor, in addition to your reports that you pull down from the previous year that tells you how much of what sold, or this didn't sell, or this fell flat, or whatever, you also can use, or another method or technique is qualitative forecasting, which is based on your knowledge and your experience, because you know your customers. you know your customers, you know the demand that your customers are, that your customers bring when they shop at your business. So listen, guys, I'm out of time. I've been out of time, but I just thought that this was such an awesome, awesome, awesome article that I ran across. And I know how important this part of the business. Remember, let's see, where's my little wheel? Let me show you guys my little wheel. Did I stick it? Let's see, can I grab it out real quick? Yes. This, what we're talking about this morning, is a part of the wheel. Remember, we talked about the wheel, the different pieces or the different slices that make our business run. And this piece right here, talking about the forecasting inventory, oh my God, was so very good. So listen, I hope that you guys, this is something that's going to kind of stir your mind. It's going to stir your interest. It's going to cause you to want to go behind the scenes and look at your numbers. Remember, we talked about vision, having a vision for your business. And in order to establish, recreate, or refresh your vision, you got to know what's going on with those numbers. Okay. So listen, guys, thank you so much for joining Paulette Baker Consulting Services with Moneymaker Mornings. And I pray that you will join me on tomorrow. And we're going to talk about this, forecasting inventory some more, because I know it's going to help you. I know it's going to bless your business, and I know it's going to help you do some streamlining, because I follow a lot of you, and I hear a lot of you talking about streamlining and doing more with less inventory. Okay, so listen, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you right here I don't know, either channel, Paulette Baker or Paulette Baker Resale Group channel. I look forward to talking with you guys again. We're going to continue this conversation again on tomorrow about inventory forecasting. Listen, before I hang up, does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, guys, those that have joined me this morning. Thank you so very much. If you don't have any questions, let me wait and see. I don't see anything scrolling or rolling. No questions. Okay. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.